What's going on, all my toy collectors and Batman fans out there? You know who it is. It's your boy Ox. Now, if you guys have been following my channel, you'll know that over the past few months, we've been taking a look at the different Batman vehicles from various toy lines over the years. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at the 1989 Batman movie vehicles by ToyBiz. We'll be taking a look at the Batwing, the Batmobile, the Jokercycle, the Joker van, and the Batcycle. So go ahead and strap in and get comfortable as we take a look at some more of the treasures that I have here in the Cave of Wonders. Let's get to it. Okay, now starting off with the Batcycle first, I also want to let you guys know that these are my toys I had when I was little that I played with, besides the Jokercycle. So these are not brand new out of the box right here. So you might not see any sticker sheets, you probably won't see any directions or any kind of box inserts that hold the vehicle in place. Everything that I'm showing you is what I have. I just don't want you guys to think that these are brand new if you guys buy them secondhand on eBay or something, that what I'm showing you in the box is everything that's supposed to come with it, okay? Because like I said, I had these and this is what I played with when I was little. Now this right here is the front of the box. You can see it says Batman Batcycle. It's made by ToyBiz, has drop down Batwing, so that's that play action that this vehicle ends up having. And then right here is this really cool art image of Batman riding this Batcycle. Now if you guys seen that 1989 Batman movie with Michael Keaton by Tim Burton, you'll know that the Batcycle actually wasn't in there. This is just one of the vehicles that ToyBiz came up with. Now I've already measured this box up for you guys. It's 9 inches long by almost 9 inches tall from the top right here to the bottom by 4 inches in depth. So that's how much shelf space you're going to need if you're going to be displaying this in the box, all right? Taking a look at the side, you can see right here back in the day that this thing sold for $4.98. Then in the back, you can actually see the toy vehicle right here. That's an image of it. Let you know right there, it says drop down bat wings. Right here, let you know some of the other features it has freewheeling cycles with kickstand, and it holds one figure. And right there, like I said about the bat wings that drop down. This right here is some other vehicles in this toy line. Now, I don't have the electronic sound Batmobile or the turbine sound Batmobile just because I didn't collect those electronic or RC vehicles. But we will be taking a look at that Jokercycle and that Joker van right there, okay? And yeah, let's go ahead and pop this bad baby out of the box. Okay, now here it is out of the box. It ended up not coming in some kind of cardboard slipcover. It just came with these two plastic pieces right here that hook on the front and the back and then slide into that main box right there. Also, no kind of sticker sheets or instructions that came with this. Now, I only see two stickers. This one right here, and then this on the same side. So maybe this vehicle didn't come with any kind of sticker sheet. Maybe the warehouse that made these ended up just putting those two stickers on there, because this right here is painted, these two front lights. That's not an actual sticker. Now, looking at the Batcycle, like I said, there's nothing to compare it off of. This wasn't in the actual movie. This is just something they came out with. It ended up measuring out to 7 inches long by 3.5 inches tall right here. So that's how much shelf space you're going to need when displaying this, okay, guys? And yeah, both the wheels right here end up rotating. These wings right here don't come down. There's no kind of lights or anything like that. That little red brake light right there is painted on. You could see, oh, another sticker right there. Like I said, I don't know if the actual, warehouse that made this ended up putting that sticker on there, or if this was something that a kid had to put on there, because I doubt they would put a sticker sheet in there with only 3 little stickers, but maybe they did. But I don't see any kind of handlebars anywhere for Batman to hold on to any kind of handlebars or anything like that. Now, the only action feature with this vehicle, besides this little kickstand right here that kicks out, which you really don't need, the vehicle ends up holding up by itself. It kind of leans to the side just a little bit on either side. So you really don't need that kickstand. I think it's just there just in case you want to use it. But the only other action feature is these wing right here and right here ends up shooting down when you push this top button right here. So you push that, little wings. Now, maybe it's just meant to take off and fly, or if it's jumping over a bridge, it's meant to, float. You just hit that button and then, he can fly away or something like that. But yeah, that's the only action feature. There's no missiles or machine guns or nothing like that. But let's go ahead and take a look at Batman on here, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look. I got 4 different ones here. I have a Kenner, a ToyBiz, I have the DC Comics Multiverse by Mattel one, and then I have the new Spin Master from that Flash movie, the 4-inch one, okay? Let's take a look at the ToyBiz one first. Now, their legs don't come out. They only kick up and bend at the knee right here. And like I said, there's no handlebars. So let's see if he can actually fit on here. Right there. Maybe it's just meant to fit on there just like that. You just slide his hands right into this little opening right there. Like I said, no kind of handlebars for him to hold on to. And like I said, this is the ToyBiz one right here that's meant to go on this vehicle. This right here is from the Dark Knight collections right here. His legs don't open up either. They just go up and down and then move at the knees. And bring his hands out. Same with the Kenner figure. That's how he's going to look on that ToyBiz cycle right there. Pretty good. I actually like him a little bit more. His butt's not in the air. Let's take a look at this one. This one right here, I think is 4.5, almost 5 inches. Hold on real quick. Let me actually measure him out for you guys. Like I said, this is the DC Multiverse line, like the smaller. Let's see. Yeah, about 4.25, almost 4.5. So 4.5 inches. So he actually looks, I'm going to stand him up next to it so you guys can see. He actually looks like he fits in really good scale with this right here. And that right there is how he looks. And now let's check out the new Flash movie one. This one's by Spin Master. He actually looks really small standing next to this. He doesn't look like he's in scale with this Batcycle actually, but I'll still show you guys what he looks like on it. Yeah, he doesn't even really, he kind of just slides down. He might just end up sliding off. But that right there is how the new Spin Master the Flash movie Batman. Like I said, this is the Keaton one right here. So, but he just looks really small compared to this. I guess you could still use it, but it might be better to use these bigger figures right here. But yeah, right there was a look at the Batcycle. Let's go ahead and move on to the Batmobile, okay? Okay, now here's the Batmobile. You can see right here that classic 1989 Batman logo right there. Let you know it's made by ToyBiz, that it has rocket launchers, fires 2 concealed rockets, and then it also comes with a little armory cocoon that goes over the top of it. If you guys remember that that 89 Batman movie, whenever Batman was away from his Batmobile and it was in public, like on the streets, he would have like a cocoon to stop people from getting in it or attacking it basically while he was gone. Now, I've already measured this out for you guys. It's 15 inches long by 9.25 inches tall by 4 inches in depth. So that's how much shelf space you're going to need if you're going to be displaying this in the box, okay? On both sides, you'll see that it's just the exact same, information that's on the front. Now, on the back, you can see the actual toy that's inside right there. That's what it's going to look like. Like I said, that classic Batman logo right there. Then this right here lets you know all the features. Like I said, the rocket launchers. Let you know that if you move that little gear shift, that's what works the rocket launchers. Let you know it has a large enough trunk in order to fit another figure or some other weapons. And then it comes with that little armory cocoon right there that slides over the top. So yeah, pretty cool Batmobile. Let's go ahead and pop it out of the box, okay guys? Okay, now here's that Batmobile out of the box. You can see it comes with the vehicle. It comes with 2 torpedo missiles that end up shooting out. It comes with the directions right here. Now, the directions really don't say nothing. There's nothing on the back, just on the front. And it ended up coming in with the sticker sheet, but I had already put the stickers on. So it comes with 2 little bat signals, and then it comes with little dash information right there, like the speed controls and everything like that. So the 2 stickers are on each side, and then the dashboard stickers right on the front right there. So nothing else to explain. And then it comes with this little cocoon armory right here, and I'll show you what that looks like on top of there, okay? But yeah, this right here is the 2 missiles. If you rotate them around, you can see the spring that's inside there. And they just shoot right out the front, and I'll load those in there in a second, okay? Now, this right here is the ToyBiz Batmobile. I think ToyBiz was the first one to end up making this Batmobile from that movie. They had the first crack at it. This thing measures out to 14 inches long by 3.5 inches tall by 6.5 inches wide by the back tires. This is the widest part right there, these 2 back tires. Now, like I said, there's no other stickers besides these 2 and the one in the front right there. And it has a little steering wheel that ends up turning. It doesn't move the actual wheels, but the steering wheel does turn. It does have this little shifter right here, and that shifter is actually what activates the rockets and makes them shoot out, okay? Now, in the back right here, if you just put your finger right there and pull this up, you can see that it has cargo space right there to end up holding another figure or holding some weapons. But my part of almost half my hand can fit in there, so it'll be big enough to fit, maybe one of the Kenner or the ToyBiz figures inside there. Now, another action feature it has is the back wheels, not the front, but the back ones end up making this little ticking noise. So like a winding noise basically, which can be really, really annoying. I remember being little and rolling this across the floor and it would piss my parents off. But yeah, that's the action. That's one of the only other action feature it has. So the winding in the wheels, the missiles that shoot out, and the trunk that opens up. Now, out of all the other 89 Batmobiles, this is the only one that ends up being able to hold two figures. The Dark Knight Collection's Batmobile, which had the canopy on it, which I really love that vehicle. It's one of the ones that almost everyone loves. It doesn't have a two-seater, and neither did the new McFarlane one. Now, this vehicle was cool. I really don't display it. I keep it in the box just because I have the other one, the Dark Knight Collections one. This one was just so shiny to me. It's so glossy. When I was little, I loved it, you know, but it was just really shiny and really glossy. I noticed that the McFarlane, when he came out that Flash movie Batmobile for the new Flash movie, it was really glossy and it had that gray canopy. It was only $60, which is an actual really good deal. But I didn't buy it because it was like 20 something inches, really a lot bigger than the other Batmobiles that I have here. And it was really glossy and that canopy just bothered me too much. So I passed on it, which is a good thing because, you know, he ended up re-coming out with it. So I can't wait to get the one that I ordered off Amazon with that 89 Batman figure. So, and when I get that, I'll go ahead and do a review on it as well. But yeah, this right here is really cool, mostly because it's a two-seater. That's really the best part of this ToyBiz Batmobile. Now, if you guys hit this little lever right here, a little shifter, if you guys pull it up, you'll see that the little rocket launcher things end up shooting up right there. Now you guys load these in by loading them up with the spring facing up. So you push them in there just like that. And they just click in there and right there. Now you want to make sure you don't lift that lever up again, because once you lift it up, they're going to shoot. You want to push that lever down, okay? And that right there hides the missiles. And then when you're ready to shoot them, you just push it up. And they both end up shooting out just like that, okay, guys? And they shoot out pretty far. I mean, they just shot a good distance across my toy room. But yeah, this right here is how the front looks. If you guys know the Dark Knight Collection ones, the turbine ends up shooting out. And then machine guns pop up right there. This right here is how it looks. It has little bat signals right here in the wheels. On the bottom, it's not like how it's just hollow on the inside. So if you guys unscrew this, you guys can pop off the bottom and you'll just have the top. And then you can see that little lever right there that ends up working that the mechanic that ends up shooting those rockets off. But let's go ahead and fit some figures in here, okay, guys? Okay, now this right here is that ToyBiz Batman that's meant to go inside of here. He fits in there just fine. Now I'm going to also show you guys this 1989 Robin. This is also made by ToyBiz as well. Obviously he wasn't in the movie, but this right here is what that Robin ends up looking like. So you can put both of them in there. Like I said, Robin wasn't in the movie. I think he was actually supposed to be in the movie, but he wasn't in the movie. So this right here is the Kenner Batman. He also fits in there just fine. Like I said, this is that DC Comics Multiverse 4.5-inch figure by Mattel. He fits in there, but he looks really small. Not really small, but he fits in there. I guess he doesn't look too small. His ears don't go over the thing right there. And I'm going to guess this 4-inch Spin Master one is actually going to end up being really too small for this. Yeah, he looks really small in there. So he just kind of falls down. Get in there. Yeah, I guess he sits up, but he does look really small in there, I guess, to me. So, but yeah. And right here is a good look of the inside of it. Sorry about that. I forgot to almost show that off. Has this little clear translucent plastic window right there. Like I said, the steering wheel does move. This right here is what works those missiles, makes those rockets end up shooting out. And this right here is the dash sticker right there. Yeah, no top canopy, ends up opening and closing or anything like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, this right here is that little plastic cocoon. It's just plastic. It can break real easy. As you can see, mine ended up breaking over the years. This isn't even from me like slamming this, like driving it and then pushing it into something. It just, over the years, it just broke inside the box. But it just slides right over the top just like this. Like I said, it's hollow, just a flimsy piece of plastic. But it's something really cool to have. If you guys remember the movie, he ended up putting this right over there to make sure nobody messed with the vehicle. So, pretty cool little cocoon slipcover armory. And yeah, right there's the Batmobile. Now let's go ahead and move on to that Jokercycle, okay? Okay, now we have the Jokercycle right here. This vehicle also wasn't in the movie. It's just a toy that ToyBiz ended up coming out with. Right here on the front of the box, you can see that classic '89 Batman logo right there. Let you know that we're going to be looking at the Jokercycle and that it's made by ToyBiz, ages 5 and up. Now right here, you can see this really cool art image of Joker riding this cycle, and it lets you know that it has a detachable launching sidecar. So this little sidecar right here that you can fit a figure in ends up shooting off of there, okay? And then right here, you can see this really cool image of the Joker, kind of like with a spinning thing behind it. If you guys remember that '89 movie when Joker ended up doing his like commercial for Axe Chemicals or whatever, like for his the chemicals that were basically making everybody laugh themselves to death, that image right there was actually on the TV during that commercial. So that's actually pretty cool that they threw that on there. Now I've already measured this out for you guys. It's 10 inches long by 9 inches tall by 4 inches in depth. So that's how much shelf space you're going to need when displaying this in the box, okay? Taking a look at the side of the box, it's the same thing on each side. You can just see the toy vehicle right there. And on the back, it just shows you another bigger image of the toy right there. And then it just gives you a little bit of information on what it does. Like I said, it can hold one of his goons, maybe Bob the Goon right there inside of his little sidecar. And then you can push a button and it ends up shooting off and detaching. And then just like the other vehicles we looked at, you can see right here that it shows some of the other vehicles we are going to be looking at and 2 of the ones that I don't have. I just didn't collect those ones. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and crack this baby out of the box, okay? Okay, now here's this Jokercycle out of the box. Like I said earlier, I didn't have this toy growing up. I bought this when I got older. Now, out of the box, it didn't have any kind of plastic slip cover for me to show you guys what it looks like coming out of the box. This isn't brand new, so the sticker's already put on there, and it didn't come with any kind of instructions or directions, basically. Now, taking a look at the sidecar, like I said, this does detach and shoot off. I'm pretty sure all the stickers are in the right area where they're supposed to be. These 2 are stickers right there. Has 2 haha stickers and 2 Joker stickers on each side. Nothing in the back. Now on this side, it has 2 stickers, 2 little Joker stickers right there. 2 stickers for the lights. And this isn't a sticker. This is one solid piece. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the stickers. So like I said, it didn't come with it. They already had the stickers placed on there. Now, if you guys did collect the ToyBiz Batman figures, you know that they ended up making a Bob the Goon, the Joker's little goonie named Bob the Goon. He can actually fit inside here, so you can bend his legs and fit him in there. I just don't actually have him. Now, if you look at the back, you can see a little spring right there. It actually clicks right into here. You just have to push this little button right here in the back down, which is the same button you push to launch it. Because if you don't, it won't end up hooking in there. So you have to push this down first, and then it will click in there just like that. And then the only way for it to come undone is if you push that same button and it will shoot off, okay? Now, I've already measured this out for you guys. It's 7 inches long by 4 inches wide at the widest part right here when this little sidecar is hooked onto it, okay? And you guys can see the back, like the brake light, has a big smiley face right there. It has the same kind of little kickstand as that Batcycle had. And as you guys can see, they actually kind of look alike, really. If you look at them, there's a few different changes. But looking at the Batcycle and the Jokercycle, as you can see, they're basically the same mold, just, added extras, like these little wings right here added, and this Batwing right here is added to this piece right there. So you can actually see where it kind of loops up, just like it does right here. So it's the same vehicle as the Batcycle. They'd probably just reuse that plastic mold. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and show the Joker on there. I have a ToyBiz Joker right here. Remove his hat. Now, if you guys know these figures, that the legs don't come out, they just bend up and bend at the knee right there. So you fit them on there. There's no handlebars, just like the Batcycle didn't have any handlebars. And he fits on there just like that, basically. And then, like I said, you guys can put Bob the Goon in there if you guys wanted to. I'll end up just putting, that Robin in there real quick to show you guys what it looks like. he can fit in there. Now, if you guys want to shoot him off, let's say you want to shoot him at, you know, shoot that little sidecar at Batman or something. There's a little button right there in the back. All you got to do is push that button down. The same button that you push when you're trying to connect it. You know, and it just comes off and shoots and it rolls. It has 3 wheels. All these wheels end up working. Wheels right here on this motorcycle will work as well. I'm sure if you guys want to unhook this, you guys probably can if you pull it off. You know, because you know, it's probably, they end up probably just making that, because I don't see it on this piece right here. They probably just making, you know, made it to where you guys can probably unhook this, but I don't see a way yet. I'm sure if you just like wiggle it and break it, but I don't want to end up, you know, not break it, but, you know, wiggle it apart, but I don't want to end up breaking it and, you know, not being able to, having to rebuy this thing, because it's probably like 60, 70 bucks or, you know, on eBay or something. But yeah, right there, that is how the Joker looks riding his Jokercycle. Let's go ahead and move on to the Joker van, okay, guys? Okay, boys, this right here is one of the grails that I have down here in the Cave of Wonders. I love this toy. I've had this Joker van since I was little. I can't believe the box has held up over all these years, but I played with this thing all the time. I used to fit all kind of figures in the back of here. Now, taking a look at the front of the box, you can see right here, just like the other toys we looked at, it has that classic Batman 89 logo. Let you know it's called the Joker van, that it's made by ToyBiz, and that this is one of the action features. It actually has water shooting action. So just like the other Joker vehicles, like the Jokercycle we looked at, and even the Batman the Animated Series Jokermobile, all them vehicles always have some kind of Joker head right in the front, and that right there must be where the water shoots out at. Now, on the side right here, it shows you all these different features that the vehicle ends up having. You can see right here, this little seat pops up out the top, that the doors do hinge and do open. The same with the back doors. They can open up and you can fit figures or other weapons and stuff back there. And then it has that little surprise water squirting action. Now, I've already measured this box out for you guys. It came out to 14 inches long by 8.5 inches tall by 7 inches in depth. So that's how much shelf space you're going to need when you're going to be displaying this on a shelf, okay? On the sides, it has the same image on each side. It actually shows you the vehicle, not just like a drawn image like on the front. It actually shows you what the toy looks like. Now on the back, you can just see the same thing that you've seen on the front, all the different features. Shows you that Joker van, a little read up in case you guys want to read up on it. You guys can pause it. And then it shows you other vehicles that are made by ToyBiz from this toy line. All right, let's go ahead and crack this baby out of the box, all right? Okay, now here's this Joker van out of the box. Like I said, I played with this vehicle when I was little, so I already put the stickers all on, so I can't show you guys what a sticker sheet looks like. I also still don't have the instructions or anything like that it comes with, but all the stickers are on there. They're where they're supposed to be, so that's the only thing I can show you guys. It does come with a little insert, like the other vehicles. It's not like a box insert. It just came with two little plastic pieces. One that hooks on the front and one that hooks on the back, and then you just slide it into that main box right there. And these are just little flimsy pieces. Like I said, they just hook on the front and the back. Now, taking a look at the van, I've already measured it out for you guys. It's 13 inches long by 5.5 inches tall by 6.5 inches wide. These wheels stick out a little bit, so it ends up being 6.5 inches wide. So that's how much shelf space you're going to need when you're going to be displaying this, okay, guys? Now, this actually wasn't in the movie, if you guys remember. In the movie, I ended up having them little Joker cars, the purple and green Joker cars. They didn't end up coming out with a toy for that, but I think they did come out with like a model kit that you guys can buy. I'm probably going to end up getting those later down the road and just displaying them with this ToyBiz collection. But the action features that this thing has, like it said on the front of the box, it does squirt water. So if you guys just pull down these front headlights and grill right there, you could see that little Joker head right there, that classic Joker head that's on all the Joker vehicles, the Batman the Animated Series, that Jokercycle that we looked at. Now the water squirts out of here. There's a little pump, and I'll show you what that little pump does, and that pump squirts the water out. So it has two ha-ha stickers, one big ha-ha sticker right here on the front. Has a Joker symbol right there, the word Joker, and the word Joker right here. There's no other stickers on the bottom, on the inside by the steering wheel, or up on top, okay? So that's all the stickers that you end up having, all right? Now, the doors do open. They're kind of rigid, so you got to be careful when you're pulling them. Kind of just shake them a little bit because you don't want them to break. And this right here is what the inside looks like. Actually, I'm going to turn on my lights on my camera. That way it can shine in there, okay, guys? Okay, right there is what it looks like on the inside. Like I said, it does have a steering wheel, a bunch of little knobs and stuff, but no stickers you have to put on. This is a two-seater. Now, you can try all you want, but you're not going to be able to fit this ToyBiz Joker inside there. I've tried everything I can. That steering wheel is just too too low to the seat, and you can't stretch his legs open. You can bend them, you can do anything you want, but it won't work. So I actually ended up using this for the Batman the Animated Series Joker, and I always used Harley Quinn to drive. I'll try and fit her in there real quick for you guys. I know she's not meant to go in here. She's not in the movie line, but you know, this vehicle also wasn't in the movie as well. But yeah, you know, you could fit her in there, and you know, she could act like she's driving Mr. J around or whatever. You could fit this Joker in on the other side. You just can't fit him in the driver's seat because that steering wheel, like I said, is just too low. So, yep. But like I said, I end up using this for the animated series. Now, it does have a little seat right here. If you just push this down right here on the top and then hinge it up, you can see it does have a seat. And the Joker can sit on there, but it doesn't have any kind of steering wheel. And then maybe you can use Bob the Goon, or, you know, you can, you know, use Harley Quinn to drive. But right there is how that looks. Now, it also did have a gun right here, like a little turret gun. And you can see that on the front of the box right there. But I used to display this in my son's rooms, and they had a Batman versus Superman room. And I used to put this on the shelf, and I let them climb up there and play with it, and they lost the gun. So I did have that gun, but they lost it. I don't know what they did with it. But yeah, there's a little gun that went right there. Now, taking a look at the back, these doors do hinge open as well. Just got to be careful trying to get them to hinge because you don't want to break this thing. There you go. Kind of got to push right here in the back. But right there is what it looks like on the inside. You guys can fit a bunch of different figures in there if you guys want. Sorry, I hit my camera. You guys can fit a bunch of figures in there, or you know, whatever kind of weapons or anything like that that you guys want to fit in there. If I remember, my sons actually ended up using the Imaginext, the DC Imaginext little Joker bomb containers. They'd fit them inside there and just have them sitting in there like that. And then as they drive this thing, they'd like tip it backwards and they'd fall out. And, you know, he'd end up having, you know, the Batmobile, trying to blow up the Batmobile if Batman was chasing him. But yeah, right there's what that back looks like. Now, if you guys don't have this up, you won't be able to fit toys in there because it ends up blocking that off. So just so you guys know, okay? Now, I do have a little trigger right here that end up squirting that water out. And sorry, I just shut this, and I wanted to show you guys that trigger is what end up making the water squirt out. Open up for me, baby. There you go. And if you guys can see right there, when you push that thing down, it would suck water up from that little box in the back, and that water would suck up and shoot out of the Joker's mouth in the front of the van. But as you guys can see right there in the middle, it's actually broke. The little tubing piece broke that connects this. So when I did push this down, I'm going to hold it up for you guys just like this. It would stick out about that far. So when I would push this down, the water would squirt out, and then it would slowly come back up and suck up water. You push it down, and it would do the same thing. But like I said, mine broke. I played with this all the time when I was little, and I love that water, you know, that water shooting feature. So, but I'll show you guys how to actually get water in there. On the bottom right here, it has this little box. And you guys fill it up with water right there through that hole. And then it has this little plastic tube. And what you want to do is you want to put that little plastic tube, you want to slide it into that little hole and then close it up. And when you close it up, you turn this and it locks just like that. And that's right there is what you're going to have filled up with water. You push this button on top, but it's broke, obviously. And then, you know, the water would shoot out of Joker's mouth right there. And that's basically how that ended up working. Like I said, I've had this toy for a long time, so it just got broke over the years. I'm really mad I didn't lose that gun. My sons lost the gun. But, you know, that's what happens when you let kids play with stuff. You know, you want them to enjoy your toys, and you don't really realize that they're going to be worth money or worth something later in life. But I'm never planning on selling this. This is going to be here for when my kids have kids and I pass my toys on down to them. So, but yeah, right there was the Joker van. Like I said, it does roll. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like next to the Batmobile, also by ToyBiz, that we already looked at. So they do scale really well together. Obviously, the Joker van is bigger because obviously it's a van. But yeah, right there is how they look. Let's go ahead and move on to the next vehicle, okay? Okay, guys, I saved the biggest vehicle for last. This one right here is the 1989 Batwing. If you guys seen that Batman movie back in the day, you guys know that Batman ended up using this towards the end of the movie to grab the Joker's balloons, the gas balloons that he was using to kill everybody in Gotham. And he ended up taking them up to the sky and then cutting them loose and letting them float away. And then he ended up using this vehicle to actually attack the Joker. You know what's funny is, real quick, I'm going to go on a rant real fast. I remember back in like 2014 or 2015 when they showed like the Batman vs Superman, when they first showed the Batmobile and they showed Ben Affleck standing next to the Batmobile. If you guys remember, everybody went crazy. Oh, why does the Batmobile have guns on it? It has machine guns. And then when the trailer came out, they're like, oh, Batman's killing people. He's killing people. It's like, where have y'all been? Are y'all like new to Batman or something? Because I was born in 86. I think I was like 4 or 5 when Batman came out. And when this movie came out, man, he was trying to kill the Joker. I mean, he was shooting everybody in that parade that was with the Joker. He was shooting bombs at him and everything. You know, he was, shooting missiles, trying to blow the Joker up. I'm not really sure how he didn't shoot him. He was just standing there, and somehow the Joker pulled out this biggest freaking hand cannon that I ever seen and ended up blowing away this, the Batwing. But still, I mean, he was trying to kill that man. So, and he did, knock him off of a building. So, I don't know why everybody made such a big deal about Ben Affleck, and that Batmobile ended up having guns. Because as far as I'm concerned, man, Batman been killing people for a while now. And Batman Forever, let's not act like he didn't chuck a roll of quarters at Two-Face and knock him down a shaft, But anyway, sorry about that rant. But yeah, this right here is the Batwing. I've had this thing for a really long time, so the box is kind of, tore up. But taking a look at it, you can see that really cool art image right there of Batman in the Batwing. He's got the Joker in his little clutches right there. You can see that it does have missiles that shoot out. You can see that classic 89 Batman logo right there. It says it has Villain Cruncher. Now, in the movie, he didn't use those little pinchers right there to grab the Joker. He actually used that to grab those balloons. Now, I've already measured this box up for you guys. It's 15 inches long, 15 inches tall, by 5 inches in depth. So that's how much shelf space you're going to need when you're going to be displaying this, okay? Let's take a look at this right here. So this box is so big, I got to reach in. But yeah, right here, so I got to zoom in real fast. Right here, you can see it has a trigger underneath that you guys can connect, and that trigger is what actually activates the little pinchers right there that is holding the Joker. Has a little canopy that slides up that you guys can fit a Batman in there. And then it has 2 little soft squishy missiles that slide in the side. Okay, now here's the back of the box. It just shows you what the toy actually is going to look like on the inside with a figure in it. Lets you know some different features that it has. It has spring mechanized loading missile launchers, so it has 2 of those. Let you know it has Villain Crunch that scoops up the villains, just like it showed you on the front of the box, how it was scooped up the Joker. Let you know it has a molded detail cockpit, so the cockpit's going to show you all the different gadgets and stuff. And then it has hinge canopy that opens and closes, so you guys can open up that little clear canopy and put the figure inside, and I'll show you guys that. All right, now I also want to point something out for you guys real fast. Look how glossy this Batwing is. See how shiny it is? It's shiny just like that Batmobile. So that was an issue for me later, and I'll show you what it looks like when I pull it out the box, because the Batwing actually wasn't glossy like this. It came flat black, and you'll see it when I pull it out for you guys, okay? Okay, now here's this Batwing out of the box. Like I said, I played with this thing when I was little, so I didn't end up having the cardboard slip cover that it ended up sliding into. Unlike the other vehicles that had plastic ones, this one actually had cardboard, if I remember, but I didn't keep it. I threw it away. I didn't have any plans on thinking that this thing was going to be, it was a big deal to keep that, basically. I just wanted the box because I liked the way it displayed with my toys. Now, it ends up coming with the main centerpiece. It comes with 2 wings, 2 little fins that are already on there. It came with the canopy that already attached. It comes with some little suction cup darts, and it comes with a little handle, like a gun handle that hooks onto the bottom. All right. Now, it did come with 2 instructions, or it comes with 1 set of instructions that let you know how to connect everything. This right here is how to hook that little gun on the bottom. It has 2 screws that connect it to the bottom of the Batwing. Now, I actually don't have those screws anymore. I lost them, but I can just go buy some new ones at Menards or something. But when I turned a teenager and didn't play with this anymore, I put it back in the box and the screws just fell out because I didn't tape it together. This right here lets you know how to put the wings on, how to put the fins on, how to work the little spring mechanism that shoots those darts, how to pull the trigger and work it. If you also pull the trigger, you can use the little claw pinchers right there that end up, if you guys remember in the movie, he grabbed the little balloons and flew away with them. And then this right here lets you know where to put the stickers at. It came with 3 stickers, 2 bat symbols that went on each wing, and 1 little control panel that went on the inside of the canopy. Okay, guys? And that's pretty much it for the instructions. This right here is the main piece. Now, as you guys can see, I was telling you guys earlier when I showed you guys the back of the box that it was really dull. It was dull like this when it came out of the box, but on the back of the box, it showed it all glossy. And I thought something was wrong with mine when I was 4 or 5 and I got this. I thought maybe it was like they didn't paint it or something, because if you guys remember that Batmobile we looked at earlier, this thing was shiny and glossy. So, you know, when they were sitting next to each other, I thought something was wrong with mine. So when I was like, you know, 8 or something, 7 or 8, and I found a black thing of spray paint, I spray paint this baby to make it shine. So it's not meant to be like this. It's meant to be more dull like this, okay, guys? So in case you guys go buy this, it's not going to be shiny like this, okay? But like I said, it did have 2 little fins that hooked on right here. I'm not going to pull those off because I don't want to break them. But it did have 2 fins that just connected right there. It had this little canopy that, you know, it's kind of old now and starting to turn yellow. But sometimes these little hinges right here end up being broke when you guys, you know, if you guys are able to find this on eBay or something. But it does have enough room right there to fit 1 figure. That right there is that little module sticker right there. I'm going to go ahead and fit in this ToyBiz Batman. He just slides right in there just like that. You want to make sure he's kind of laying down. That way you can put the canopy back on. And it just snaps in right there. And on each side right there. And that right there is how he ends up looking. Now I'm going to go ahead and hook on the wings for you guys. Kind of got to step in the camera because this thing is so big. But if you guys can see, actually let me turn on my light real fast, all right guys? There you guys go. I wanted to turn on the camera light real quick so you guys can actually see. There's little spots right there. Those spots are where the wings end up sliding in at. So you want to make sure this groove part right here is in the back of the Batwing, not in the front, okay? And then you want to slide this right in there, just like that. Get in there. Right there. So you won't hear any kind of clicking. It just kind of slides in. Same with this piece. Slides right in there, just like that. And that's all you got to do. Now you're going to see 2 holes right there. Those 2 holes are where those little suction cup darts, you can fit them in there. There's a spring inside, but you won't feel it when you're pushing those in. And then on the bottom, you can see right here that it has 2 triggers. Those triggers are actually what works those missiles when they pull, and then it has a trigger right here on this gun. Now, when you're putting this gun in, there's a little thing right there that you push forward. That ends up working that pincher. You want to hold that pincher with a finger or something like that, and then slide this on. And you can see 2 little holes right there. You want to fit that in there just like that. You want the gun to be facing with the trigger forward, not backwards, okay? Now, normally, you would put a screw right here and a screw right there that end up holding this gun in place. But because I turned a teenager, I wanted to, you know, put this back in the box. It wouldn't fit in the box with the gun. So I had to remove the gun handle right here. That way it could fit properly in the box and the screws just fell out, okay? But it'll stay in there for right now while I'm showing you guys how to do this, okay? Now that you guys have it in there, if you guys pull the trigger, it can end up working that little pincher right there. If you guys remember in the movie, he used this little pincher right here to grab the balloons and fly away. But on the front of the box right there, you can see he's using it for the Joker. So you guys can just grab the Joker like that with the front of those pinchers and then fly around and then drop them when you don't want them anymore, basically. So that's what the trigger on the gun ends up doing. You just pull that and it works those little pinchers, okay? Now let's go ahead and throw some missiles in there. These little suction cup darts, which I'm really confused why they even ended up using these, because even older G.I. Joe vehicles use hard plastic, projectiles. So I don't know why ToyBiz decided to use these. These are typical for a Family Dollar, them little guns that they use for like $1. Now, actually, I can see another screw in there right there. So I didn't lose both the screws. I thought I lost both of them, but there's one right there actually. So, but yeah, actually, before I put these in there, I'm going to measure it out for you guys real fast, all right? From the back of the fin to the front of the ears of the Batwing, it comes out to almost 14 inches. So 14 inches wide by 16 inches long. It looks like 15 on the camera, but it's about 16 inches long with the wings on, okay? Now, height with with the gun handle on the bottom, it's about 18 inches, 8 inches to the top of the fin right here. That's with the gun connected on the bottom, okay? So it's about 8 inches from the top of this fin to the bottom of the table where the gun handle is laying at, okay, guys? Now you just hook these little darts right in there. There's no spring that you're gonna feel. You just slide those in there just like that. And then it has these 2 little pull back levers. You pull those back until you hear them click. And that right there, you know, it pulls the spring back basically. And then you use these little triggers right here. Not the trigger to the handle, but the little triggers right here. You use those and then you can just shoot at something. Like that. Boom. Let me show you guys what it looks like with a couple different figures inside, okay? Let's open this up. This right here is that ToyBiz. Here's our Kenner Batman right here. I'm going to remove his cape real quick. As you guys can see, a Kenner Batman ends up fitting in there. Just got to make sure he's pushed down a little bit. You don't want his ears to get crunched. This right here is that Mattel DC Comics Multiverse. This figure is about 4.5 inches. He ends up fitting in there just fine as well. He actually looks really good in there. And you can fit this canopy on, no issues. His ears won't get in the way. He actually sits a little bit lower than the ToyBiz and the Kenner figure does. This right here is that new Spin Master Batman from the Flash movie, the Michael Keaton Batman. Now he's a lot smaller. As you can see, he kind of just falls down into that gap right there. But he does fit in there, but he looks really small compared to the other figures, and he slides down to the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to do a couple quick comparisons for you guys. This right here is that ToyBiz 89 Batmobile, the first time they ended up making it. So this right here is that one, the one that we looked at earlier. This right here came out 2 years later, I think in 1991 by Kenner. This is the Dark Knight Collections Batmobile. And this right here is the one that came out earlier this year for that Flash movie made by Spin Master. Okay, now I'm going to do a couple quick comparisons for you guys. This right here is that Batmobile we looked at earlier, the 1989 ToyBiz one. This right here is the one that came out, I think, in 1990, 1991, the Kenner Dark Knight Collections one. And this right here is the one that came out earlier this year by Spin Master for that Flash movie. Now, they're all based off of the Michael Keaton Batmobile, but you can see they all have differences. First of all, this one ended up being really dope because, first of all, it's the first time they ever made it. But second of all, because it had a 2-seater. As you can see, both these Batmobiles don't have 2-seaters. This is the only one that does. This one is a little bit wider than both of these, and it's also longer than both of them. But the Spin Master one is a bit smaller in width and in length, but it's meant to only fit 4-inch figures. It's not really meant to fit the 5-inch action figures, but they do end up fitting in there. So if you guys want to see my review, go ahead and check out the Spin Master Batmobile from the Flash movie, and you guys will see how these figures end up fitting in there. But as you can see, they all have something amazing about each one of them. First of all, the Spin Master one, the canopy slides open. It's the only Batmobile out of these three that the canopy actually slides open when the figure's fitting in there. But it doesn't have any kind of projectiles, any kind of missiles, any other action features. This one, like I said, it does have a 2-seater. The trunk does open up to fit, villains or fit storage in there. And if you pull up on this little lever right here, the missiles will end up shooting out. I took the missiles out already, but if you pull up, the missiles will shoot out, and it has 2 missiles that pop out. This one right here, the canopy is on a hinge. It does hinge open, and then the Batman fits in there. And then it also has a little turbine or a flame in the back that spins when you roll the car. And then it has machine guns that flip up right here. And it has a missile that shoots out right there. If you push this button, this little turbine missile ends up shooting out. So each one of these has something really specific about them that, makes them a really cool Batmobile. Like I said, I wasn't a big fan of this after this one came out a couple years later, but this Batmobile, the fact that it fit 2 figures was just, was really cool. That's what made this one stand out more than that one, besides this one being a little more screen accurate as far as the guns and everything like that. But yeah, right there's a comparison of these different Batmobiles. Let's go ahead and do a comparison on the Batcycle, okay? Okay, now here's a comparison of a bunch of different Batcycles from different movies. Like I said, this Toy Biz one wasn't actually in that Batman movie in '89, but it's part of the movie line series. This right here is Christian Bale on his Batpod from The Dark Knight. This particular one ended up coming with that tumbler. You push the button and it ends up exploding out of the front of it. If you guys ended up having that toy back in like 2008 or 2009 or something. This right here is Robert Pattinson on his from the Batman movie that came out a couple years ago. That's a 4-inch figure sitting on there. This right here is the Toy Biz one, and this right here is the new one from the Flash movie. That's the Ben Affleck Bat bike right there, a Batcycle. So I'm only showing you ones that are similar in scale and, you know, more made to look real rather than the cartoon looking ones that you might see from the animated series that I have laying around here, okay? But that right there is a comparison of a bunch of different Batcycles. Okay, now here's a comparison of the only other van that I have. It's not really a Joker van, but it did come with a Joker figure. It's a Mecco, I think it's called Mecco or whatever. I bought this because I'm actually planning on using that for a 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles April O'Neil van. So I'm going to repaint that probably and use that for one of her news vans basically to go with my NECA Ninja Turtles. But yeah, this is the only other Joker van basically that I have, and obviously it's a lot bigger, meant to fit those bigger Dow figures, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, now here's that Jokercycle. This is the only other Jokercycle that I have. This one right here is by Kenner from the Dark Knight collections. This is the one we looked at earlier, the Toy Biz one. As you can see, this one holds 2 figures. This one doesn't. I just do that animated series Harley Quinn in there just to show you that it ends up fitting, you know, just for display purposes. But yeah, that right there is the only comparison I have because I don't have any other Jokercycles. Let's move on to the Batwing. Okay, now here's a comparison of a bunch of different Batwings. This one right here is the Toy Biz one that we just looked at, the first one they came out with for that Batman movie in 1989. This right here is the Kenner Dark Knight Collections one. They also came out with that same mold for the Batman Returns movie. And this right here is the Flash movie made by Spin Master. This one right here is for the 4-inch action figures. But they all scale really well together. Taking a look at them. And they're all based off of the Michael Keaton Batwing, basically. Okay, now I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the 1989 Batman movie vehicles by Toy Biz. Like I said, some of these vehicles were in the movie and some of them weren't. But these are definitely some cool grails to have inside your guys' collection if you guys are Batman fans. Like I said, I had all of them but that Jokercycle. And these are some really awesome vehicles. I know that Kenner ended up getting the license and doing a little bit better job on these vehicles as far as detail to look more like the movie. But still, these are some awesome toys to have inside your guys' collection. Well, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys had these toys or always wanted them. And until then, stay cool, guys.